Vámonos.
Welcome to Listen and Learn English, where you improve skills and build confidence with stories. In this channel, you practice English naturally, learn useful ideas, and feel motivated every day. Many learners want better English and a better life, but feel tired, busy, and unsure. This video will guide you slowly, using clear English, simple examples, and calm motivation throughout. You will hear ideas about daily habits that help people feel calmer, stronger, and confident. Do not worry about understanding everything perfectly. Relax, listen, and allow your English to grow. As you listen, imagine your own life, your routines, and changes that could improve things. Remember, learning English is not only about language, but also about understanding yourself and building. Take a deep breath, slow down, and allow this time to become a learning moment. Let us begin together, step by step, and discover how small habits can change life. The life many people feel stuck in. Many people wake up tired and do not know why. The alarm rings and the day already feels heavy today. They check their phones quickly and rush into busy morning. Breakfast is fast, thoughts are noisy, and time feels short. At work or school, motivation feels low, but responsibilities grow. Many people think something is wrong, yet cannot explain feeling. Days pass quickly, and life starts to feel empty inside. They want change, but big changes feel difficult and frightening. So they continue old routines, hoping motivation will appear itself. This is how people live, busy outside, but lost inside. Life becomes repetition, not direction, and days look very similar. The problem is not laziness. Often people simply lack intention. They react to life instead of choosing how want living. But here is good news. Change does not need action. Small steps can slowly wake a person from this life. One small habit can create space for breathing and thinking. When people slow down, they begin to see choices again. A better life starts quietly, with simple decisions repeated daily. There is no need to rush or change everything today. The goal is only to notice where you are now. From this awareness, small changes begin to feel possible again. Many successful people started with one simple habit, not plans. This idea brings hope because improvement feels easier and human. You do not need to become someone to start changing. You only need to begin noticing small moments and choices. Slowly, life feels less heavy and direction starts to appear. This journey begins with understanding your current habits without judgment. Next, we explore how small habits create real change daily. You may discover that simple actions can slowly change everything. And this quiet beginning is where a better life starts. Small habits, big changes. Many people want change very quickly. They make big plans and promise to change everything at once. For a few days, they feel excited and full of energy. Then life becomes busy again, and the plan slowly disappears. This makes people feel disappointed and weak, even though the problem is not their effort. The problem is trying to change too much at one time. Real change usually happens in a quieter way. Imagine a person who wants a better life. At first, they try waking early, exercising hard, eating perfectly, and learning many new things every day. Soon they feel tired and stop completely. Later, they try something different. They begin with one small action, like drinking water after waking up or walking for 10 minutes. The action feels easy, so they continue. After some time, this small action becomes natural. Confidence grows because success feels possible again. Small habits work because they do not create fear or pressure. They slowly teach the brain that change is safe. Day by day, small actions become strong routines. This is how big transformation begins without stress. Instead of asking for perfection, small habits ask only for consistency. One step today is enough. Tomorrow, another small step follows. Over time, life starts to feel more organized and calm. When people understand this idea, change feels friendly instead of frightening. The journey becomes steady, not rushed. And one of the most powerful small habits begins at the start of the day, when morning choices quietly shape everything that follows next. Habit 1. Start your morning calmly. Many mornings begin with noise and hurry. The alarm rings, and the first action is checking the phone. Messages, news, and social media fill the mind before the day even starts. People rush out of bed, skip quiet moments, and feel stress very early. When the morning feels chaotic, the rest of the day often follows the same feeling. Small problems feel bigger, and patience becomes difficult. Now imagine a different morning. The alarm rings, but there is no rush. A person sits quietly for a few minutes and takes slow breaths. They think about one or two important tasks for the day. The mind feels clearer, and the body feels calmer. This simple change creates a different rhythm. Instead of reacting to everything, the person begins the day with intention. Calm mornings help people make better decisions later. They speak more kindly, work with better focus, and feel less pressure. The difference is not time, but attention. Just a few quiet minutes can change how the whole day feels. Many people believe they need long routines, but simple actions are enough. Drinking water, stretching lightly, or planning the day on paper can create stability. When mornings become calmer, confidence slowly grows because the day feels more controlled. Energy also improves when stress decreases early in the day. A peaceful start prepares both the mind and body for action. And as energy becomes important, people begin to notice another truth. A calm mind works best when the body also moves regularly during the day. Habit 2. Move your body every day. Many people feel tired even when they do not work physically hard. They sit for long hours at desks, in cars, or in front of screens. At the end of the day, the body feels heavy, and the mind feels slow. Some people think they need intense exercise to feel better, but this idea often stops them from starting. Hard workouts can feel painful and impossible for beginners. Because of this, many people do nothing at all. Now, consider a simpler approach. A person decides to walk for 15 minutes every evening. The walk is slow and relaxed, not difficult. After a few days, sleep improves and stress feels lighter. After a few weeks, energy increases naturally. The body begins to feel alive again. Simple movement sends a message to the brain that the body is active and healthy. This improves mood and concentration during daily tasks. The goal is not perfection or speed, but regular movement. Small actions that continue every day bring stronger results than short periods of extreme effort. Movement also creates time for thinking and breathing calmly. Many people discover new ideas while walking quietly. When the body moves, the mind often becomes clearer and more positive. Caring for the body is an important part of a better life. It reminds us that health grows through daily attention, not sudden effort. As people begin moving more, they also start noticing other daily habits. One important habit is how we eat and how much attention we give to simple actions each day. Habit 3 and 4, eat slowly and keep learning. Many people eat without thinking because life feels busy and fast every day. Meals become quick moments between tasks, and food is finished without real attention or enjoyment. After eating quickly, the body often feels heavy, and the mind feels tired again soon. Now imagine a different habit, where a person eats slowly and notices taste, smell, and feeling. They put the phone away, breathe calmly, and allow the meal to become a quiet pause. This small change helps digestion and also brings a feeling of calm during busy days. At the same time, many people feel bored because they stop learning new things regularly. Days feel repetitive when nothing new enters the mind or creates curiosity and interest. One person decides to learn one small thing daily, like a new English word or idea. Learning something simple brings excitement and reminds the brain that growth is still possible every day. Eating with awareness cares for the body, while learning with curiosity feeds the mind gently. The contrast becomes clear over time, as careless habits create tiredness, while mindful habits create energy. Awareness helps people notice small details they usually ignore during normal daily routines. Learning keeps life fresh and prevents the feeling that every day is the same again. When people become more aware of daily actions, they also begin noticing what enters their minds. This leads to an important question about information, attention, and the kind of content we choose every day. Habit 5. Choose positive input. Every day, people receive large amounts of information from phones, television, and social media platforms. Much of this information is negative, dramatic, or designed to create fear and strong reactions. When people begin the day with bad news, their minds often feel heavy without clear reason. Stress grows quietly because the brain continues thinking about problems it cannot control or change. One person notices feeling anxious after long hours of scrolling through negative stories and arguments online. They decide to make a small change by choosing content that teaches, inspires, or relaxes the mind instead. Slowly, their mood becomes lighter, and their thoughts feel calmer during daily activities and conversations. The difference is not ignoring reality, but choosing balance and protecting mental energy carefully. Just as healthy food helps the body, healthy information supports a stronger and more peaceful mind. Filling the mind with fear creates tension, while useful ideas create motivation and hope for improvement. Positive input does not mean constant happiness, but it encourages learning, solutions, and constructive thinking patterns. Over time, people notice they complain less and focus more on actions they can actually control. This habit teaches an important lesson about responsibility for what we allow into our minds. When external noise becomes quieter, people begin hearing their own inner voice more clearly. And this leads to another powerful change. because the way we speak to ourselves shapes confidence, emotions, and daily experience. Habit 6 and 7, gratitude and kind self-talk. Many people end their day thinking only about problems, mistakes, and things that went wrong today. They remember failures easily, but forget small good moments that also happened during the same day. This habit slowly creates sadness because the mind learns to search only for negative experiences. A person may also speak harshly to themselves, saying they are not good enough or always failing. These words feel normal at first, but they quietly reduce confidence and motivation over time. One evening, a person decides to try something simple before going to sleep. They write down 3 small good things from the day, even if they seem unimportant. Maybe someone smiled, the weather felt pleasant, or a task was completed successfully. At first, this feels strange, but slowly the mind begins noticing positive moments more naturally. Gratitude changes attention by teaching the brain to see balance instead of only problems and worries. At the same time, the person begins changing their inner language to something kinder and more supportive. Instead of saying, "I failed," they say, "I am learning and improving slowly every day." This small change creates emotional strength and encourages continued effort during difficult moments. Self-support builds confidence, while self-criticism creates fear and hesitation in daily life decisions. When people treat themselves with patience, growth becomes more comfortable and sustainable over longer periods. As emotional space becomes calmer, people often feel ready to improve their surroundings. The next step naturally appears through creating a simple and peaceful environment that supports focus and calm living. Habit 8. Keep your space simple. Many people live and work in spaces filled with too many things. Clothes stay on chairs, papers cover desks, and small objects collect without notice. At first, this seems normal, but slowly the space begins to feel heavy and uncomfortable. When the environment feels messy, the mind often feels the same way. It becomes harder to focus, and simple tasks feel more tiring than they should. A person may think the problem is lack of motivation, but sometimes the problem is the space around them. One day, a person decides to clean only one small area, like a desk or a corner of a room. They remove unnecessary items and keep only what they truly need. After finishing, the space feels lighter and calmer. Sitting there feels easier, and concentration improves naturally. The contrast becomes clear between chaos and clarity. A crowded space pulls attention in many directions, while a simple space allows the mind to rest and focus. Cleaning does not need to be perfect or extreme. Small changes done slowly create a peaceful environment that supports daily habits and learning. External order often creates internal peace because fewer distractions mean fewer worries. People begin to feel more in control of their time and energy. As the environment becomes calmer, another important need becomes clearer. Humans do not only need clean spaces, they also need connection and shared moments with others. A peaceful life grows stronger when it includes meaningful relationships and simple conversations that bring warmth and support into everyday living. Habit 9. Connect with people. In modern life, many people spend long hours alone with screens. Messages replace conversations, and silence slowly becomes normal. At first, this feels comfortable because it requires little effort. However, over time, loneliness can grow quietly. Worries feel bigger when they stay inside the mind without being shared. A person may feel tired or unmotivated without understanding the reason. One day they decide to call a friend or speak with a family member after work. The conversation is simple, but something changes. Laughing, listening, and sharing small stories create warmth and relief. Problems begin to feel smaller when another person understands them. The contrast becomes clear between isolation and connection. Being alone with worries increases stress, while sharing experiences brings emotional support and encouragement. Human connection reminds people that they are not facing life alone. Even short conversations or small acts of kindness can improve mood and motivation. Relationships do not need to be perfect or constant. They only need honesty and presence. Spending time with others also brings new perspectives and positive energy into daily life. People often feel stronger when they know someone cares about their progress and well-being. As connection grows, life begins to feel more balanced and meaningful. Yet many people still struggle with one final challenge. They continue working and pushing forward without allowing themselves proper rest. Understanding connection leads naturally to the final habit, where balance becomes essential for long-term happiness and sustainable energy. Habit 10. Rest and build a balanced life. Many people believe that resting means being lazy or unproductive. They continue working even when they feel tired, thinking that constant effort will bring faster success. At first, this may seem effective, but slowly the body and mind become exhausted. Motivation decreases, patience disappears, and simple tasks begin to feel difficult. A person who never rests often loses joy in activities they once enjoyed. One day, they decide to stop for a short break without guilt. They sleep earlier, take quiet time, or simply relax without checking work messages. After resting, energy returns and thinking becomes clearer again. The contrast between exhaustion and balance becomes obvious. Rest is not stopping progress, it is preparing for continued growth. When people allow recovery, they work better and feel more positive during daily challenges. A balanced life includes action and rest working together, not against each other. Over time, this understanding connects all the habits learned so far. Calm mornings, movement, awareness, learning, positive input, gratitude, simple spaces, and human connection all support a healthier rhythm of living. Change does not happen in one perfect moment. It grows through small choices repeated every day with patience. Anyone can begin with one simple habit today and continue step by step. A better life is not far away or complicated. It begins quietly with attention, balance, and the decision to care for yourself a little more each day. Thank you for listening and practicing English today, and for giving yourself time to grow. Remember that change happens slowly, and every small habit you practice brings you closer forward. You do not need perfection, only patience and consistency, because progress grows through simple actions. If this video helped you relax and learn, return and continue building your English confidence. Try repeating the speaking practice, pause when needed, and let your voice become natural today. Before you leave, think about one habit from this video that you can start practicing. Write your answer in the comments and share which habit feels for you to begin. Listening again will help your pronunciation, improve understanding, and make English feel comfortable and familiar. Keep learning with patience, keep moving forward slowly, and remember that effort you make matters. We will meet again in the next lesson, where you continue improving English and building.
Perfecto, así es que tenemos toda la opción de tener una vida más tranquila, más saludable, mejor, con intención. Y eso depende siempre de todos, como lo dijo el video. Simplemente hay que despertarnos y levantarnos tranquilos, relajados y no despertarnos con pensamientos negativos. Yo creo que esos pensamientos negativos vienen porque tú los traes, no porque ahí están. Hay muchas situaciones en la vida que se nos presentan, enfermedades, problemas en el trabajo. No, recuerda, yo nunca digo problemas, situaciones que se nos presentan cada día, ya sea en el trabajo, en la familia o en la calle. Pero hay que tener en cuenta que son situaciones que pasan de una u otra manera. Algunos de una forma, a otros de otra, pero siempre son situaciones que pasan. Excelente día, excelente fin de semana. Hoy, sí, hoy, hoy 18 de abril del 2026, siendo las 7:55 de la mañana, hoy aquí en Santa Mónica, California, Estados Unidos de Norteamérica, continente americano. ¿Qué otro? ¿Europa? No. ¿África? Pues por ahí va la idea. Hasta luego.